Hello, Trev here. I'm just setting out on my first run with my barefoot shoes. So I've been walking on these for a month or so now, and this is the first sort of run. As you can see, they shape to the foot, and it means that the toes can bend in their more natural way. But I've talked to a few friends about running, and it does take a little bit of getting used to, so it's advised maybe to start off on some softer ground. It's been very dry, but so I'm going to go running on the way from Rosehill to Kennington. So it's a bit of a mix of road and off-road. So I do have a bit of tarmac. Feels pretty good at the moment. Like I say, I have been wearing them for about a month now, just walking around. But I do want to see what they're like with running, because maybe I might make the shift. So yeah, you can look up the kind of technical stuff about the shoes, but yeah, the idea is that the toes sort of can, and the ankle can support the foot in a different way. So I think shoes like I think of Nike and whatever have loads of padding at the back for the heel, so when you're walking and running, you're kind of more heel striking, so landing kind of flat-footed, whereas this encourages more of a toe-based movement, which is sort of slightly different sort of muscles in your foot. Yeah, pretty good so far. Okay, so I've just come up to 1 kilometre, if you can see that, and yeah, they feel a little bit different, definitely. I have to make a bit of a conscious effort to try and be a bit more toe heavy, you know, like landing on my toe. I think this is Iffy Lock, but I'm only going to go maybe 3 or 4 kilometres to Kennington, and then I have given myself enough time that if it does start aching or whatever, I can walk a little bit and still be on time for the singing group I'm going to. Yeah, mixed terrain, but the towpath is a bit more softer than tarmac, so this is actually hopefully the last bit of tarmac. And we are at the lock. Water level's probably quite low because it's been a heat wave. What are we, middle of July 2025. You can feel the different surfaces though, so like here I can feel the bumps in the wooden bridge, yeah, which is quite cool. This is actually quite a famous bridge, mathematical bridge. It is actually, I think, held together with bolts now, but the design is it can kind of hold itself up without any bolts. So I don't know who decided at one point maybe there's just another safety precaution. Yeah. So yeah, well, it's more tarmac than I thought actually, so maybe I'll just try and run at the side, but I don't want to do lots of running on tarmac in these shoes. So if I hopefully go, yeah, softer, it's not too bad, Here's Rivermead from the other side of the river, and Court Place Gardens now has a through route that's open to Iffley Church from Rivermead, and there's a path all the way to Sandford along the kind of the river, so do check out those videos if you've not seen them and want to explore. Boating shed. And there's Rivermead over there, and this is the southern bypass bridge. If you wanted to go to Rivermead and you were this side, you could go up and round over the bridge and then pop down, and then to Sandford is under the bridge and carry on. Rivermead over there would get you up to Court Place Gardens and Iffley. There's Mr. Thameswater, CEO, in his Thameswater underpants, enjoying the profits. There's a hosepipe ban. I wouldn't blame Thameswater for the hosepipe ban, if I'm honest. I think it's more to do with global warming. So, you know, it's a bigger issue, really. And a lot of people are very annoyed about leaks, and obviously that is a big thing. And yeah, maybe if they held their water more, okay, well, maybe I should blame Thameswater for it. But I mean, really, we've had three heat waves, so being sensible with our water use seems, you know, inevitable. Pumping sewage into the river, however. I did see someone online saying, oh, I'm going to use my hose pipe anyway because, you know, I pay for the water. And I'm like, well, it kind of needs a collective effort really for us all to respect water more. Water security, I think it's called. So we're in danger of, you know, losing our water security that we've been maybe taking for granted in terms of wastewater and clean water. Coming up to 2 kilometres, I think it'd be 2 kilometres at the bridge. So coming up to 2 kilometres, can you see that? No, probably not, but it says 2 kilometres, and I'm still going. Obviously I'm stopping to give you little clips. Oh, it sounds like a train coming. See if I can get the train. I think that's on the main line. But yeah, so this track here is the Cowley branch line. I did go to Oxford Station the other day just for a little update on their building work. August 2026 is now their estimate finish. But yeah, this line potentially then would go through Oxford Station to Cambridge. So be good when it happens. Interesting foot test. Okay. Yeah, I like all the different textures. So you could go up here to Kennington, but as I'm kind of trying to prioritise running on the softer surfaces as my ankles get used to it, I think I'll go this way into Kennington Meadows and then across the railway bridge. So yeah, on the softer surfaces it is quite nice because it's like running barefoot. If you've ever been barefoot in a field or after a run, it's quite nice to help your ankle relax. So at this point I can kind of go down here to the railway bridge. There's Rose Island. Very nice meadow. Kennington Meadows. Sometimes there's cows. Doesn't look like there are today. Actually, that's quite cool. Under the pylons. So here's the bridge over to Kennington. Yeah, working on stairs. I would say that kind of my left ankle is feeling a little bit tender now. What have we done? 2.5k. So I'm not, really pushing as my first sort of run. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's a train coming anytime soon. I did hear one just as I went over. It's surprisingly different on my knees as well, as it's not just my feet and ankle. That's quite good to show you the kind of design. And yeah, perhaps sort of around here is a little bit achy now. It's not been a massive distance, so 2.5k. I'm probably trying to get up to at least 3, and then I'm almost in Kennington now, but I'll obviously have to run back as well, so that'll make 6 or so. So if you don't know the Tandem pub, by the side of the Tandem pub is where you would get to that railway bridge in Kennington Meadows, opposite the Kennington Village Centre as well. So try it on a Pelican crossing. Some nice shops in Kennington. Got a big selection for quite a small little village. So this is plums. Similar to the cherries on my tree, which have been amazing this year. Yeah, very sweet. Okay, so coming up to 3 kilometres and I'm almost at my destination, but that will mean it'll be 6 or so by the time I get back, which is plenty, I think, for my first little test. Feet are feeling fine so far. Yeah, I'm obviously not pushing it too fast, which is as intended. So to cross back across the road. So far so good. it looks like, and this is exciting, the railway line's open. This is the main line, so obviously I won't go on the railway, that's not allowed, but I'll just poke my head in. This is probably access for farmers, but the Cowley branch line links just up there, goes down there. This is the main line. Which is pretty cool. Okay, running back. So we're on 3.5k now. Kennington Road. Going to take you back a slightly different route. So yeah, there are a little tweaks and aches actually in the foot, I would say. I mean, they're not painful, they're just sort of, I can definitely tell something is working differently. Yeah, so should be around 6 by the time I get back, but I'm not afraid to walk a bit. And yeah, like I say, it hasn't been pushing the speed at all. It's just a case of getting a bit of distance and a bit of kind of bounce in my step. Southern bypass. Coming up to the railway. Cowley branch line would be about there, going that way. Kennington Meadows is over there, and Rose Hill is over there. The underpass. It's a cool gorilla. That. Yeah, sort of reminds me of a Thundercat. Some tags writing. Oh yeah, another bear. There's a few different displays. That's quite a cool effect on the building, on the bridge. Sorry, there. Look at that. Those little kind of. That looks pretty cool. And yeah, I don't really like it when it's nice when it's a kind of proper bit of art or a tag, but when people just kind of do, you know, little tags on top, I don't really like it. Oh, there we go, that's Charlie Brown. Cool. And Snoopy. Okay, still going. What are we on? 4k. Oh, this looks interesting. So this is kind of another field away from Rivermead's further along. This is sort of more like the field behind the Isis pub, but look at that. So there's some steps, not public, but you know, that would be nice, wouldn't it, if there was some steps down and then joining the paths that go along the river there. So who knows, maybe we're just trying it out. Doesn't look like they're building anything down there. It looks like, yeah, okay. That's Rivermead. and go down here. You could go down here to the underside of the bridge, or you could go down here. That looks pretty good actually, that little bit, but I will show you, I think, the next entrance up, because I've not shown you it before. So along here, Southern Bypass, there is an entrance. So it takes a little bit of finding, but there it is. I haven't been to the Cowley Solar Farm yet. I'll try and do something there at some point, but yeah, here we are. This is an entrance that's been there for quite a long time. Still a little bit steep, but generally it's pretty dry. It's sort of stony rather than muddy, so you should be all right. There's little paths along there. Actually, I've never explored down that way either. And most of my vlogs and things have been in this area of Rivermead down there and towards Sandford, and lately towards Court Place Gardens. But this bit of Rivermead exists as well, and it's quite pretty. They seem to be doing a good job at maintaining the paths. Shall I take you down here? I don't think I've ever taken you this way. It's only a little bit bigger, just showing you the kind of perimeter of it. Yeah, very, very nice on kind of grassy kind of woodland ground. Looks like that's the back of some houses with a fence. But this is the edge of Rivermead, and then a small tiny little gathering space here, opening, and then this is the way out. Okay, looks like hay. Yeah, they're doing a really good job, I think, here at Rivermead. There we are. Okay. So I won't do a lot more. Maybe let's just go up to Court Place Gardens to finish. Still doing fine. So that's 5k I've run in them. Seems to be okay. I'm not going to do anything in Court Place Gardens today, but I will check. So that is definitely locked, that one. I will check to see. This one has a kind of quite a substantial lock on it, and someone was saying if you went in, there's no guarantee it would still be open. Oh, it is open. So as far as I'm aware, this is open, and the other entrance is by the church, dawn to dusk. But you know, if you were with a kid or whatever, you wouldn't necessarily like to come through there with the risk of being trapped in, although I'm pretty sure it would open that way anyway. So this one has a code, it looks like, but yeah, it's a through route, it's a permissive access, and there we have it. So 5k will be about 6k by the time I got home. Shoes are doing fine, and my feet are a little bit achy, but they're all fine. And I did do a month of sort of walking around normal day to day before I attempted any running, and I have been very slow and sort of tentative, but yeah, so far so good. I'll see how they recover my feet, and yeah, hopefully I'll carry on using these barefoot shoes. Thanks for watching. Do click subscribe if you want to see more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.